Hello everybody, we are back with another live, and today is about our warehouse loot, which we do every single month, so you guys should be used to that. But if you're newer here, we have a warehouse loot subscription box that Corian puts together with a bunch of really great goodies, and some of the designs featured today is using stuff from that loot. You can also buy the kits today for these pieces. But if you have the loot, you're going to have most of it, besides, like, your chain findings and beads, right?
Yeah. Yep, the crystals and things. But yeah, you'll have everything else. We don't have a crystal kit today because you can kind of get what these are on the warehouse, if these exact stones. And there's not too many. What was kind of like, what inspired your design process today?
Nothing.
Okay.
Sometimes we just do.
So just really her selections, right? Because I felt like...
Yeah, I was just trying to make it use what she selected in an interesting way, and this is just how it came together.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a strong direction when I first started designing.
Sure.
But I feel like that's pretty normal a lot of times when you're designing. Sometimes they just come together.
So I felt like, we didn't really use any of the Southwest elements because we just did a class on that. So we can probably share a couple of ideas of what to do with those, like what you would do before we dive into the other really Parisian looking inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just updating the cover on the website on vintage.com right now, so you guys have an easy link to the products right from the homepage. So,
but yeah,
the moment.
Lots of fun stuff today with that. Any other housekeeping things?
I don't know. I'm not looking at the comments, so has anybody said hello yet?
Yes.
Okay. Who do we have on here with us?
We have Jeanne, Connie, Lynn, Stephanie, Candy. All saying hi, and we can say hi back to them. Guys, guess what happened to me yesterday?
Let's see.
Take a wild guess.
Woo-hoo. Her tongue sore today.
Yeah, my tongue hurts because of it, but...
Let's just say something happens to Ainsley every time she gets blood drawn. Every time a needle is involved. Those of you guys who have been watching for a long time probably know. Probably could guess.
Hi, Peggy. Oh yeah, I forgot they didn't see me.
Last week, yes. So maybe you could tell us while they're guessing. Where did you go, and did you see anything cool while you were there?
Yeah, I went to Texas. I just stayed in the Dallas area. Probably won't next time I go, most likely. It will depend. But, yeah, it was fairly pretty there. My one complaint about Texas. Why? At least
I know we have at least one
Dallas
person.
Area.
I think we
at
have
least
got one
the Dallas
person.
area. Oh, Lynn got it. You fainted and bit your tongue.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right, Lynn. She's been
So-
watching long enough to know.
I feel like I'm talking a little bit funny though because it's like swollen on this side,
Yeah.
and so it keeps rubbing against my teeth. But yeah. No, I did not pierce my tongue. I'm not the type to do that.
They're thinking because of the bold choices in hair that there might be other bold choices involved, right?
I wouldn't do a tongue piercing.
It's not permanent, right? The hair color can change.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a tongue piercing. Like the most extreme thing I would do, but I wouldn't even do it. But if I were to do a piercing, like that would probably be either like a nose or a lip piercing on one side.
Oh, ow though.
And my mom's over here like, no,
No.
that's the face I made. Don't mess with it.
Oh, how are you a mind reader? I went through a lot of pain to make that face, right?
Yeah.
Help make it.
But yeah, the drivers in Texas.
Somebody on here I feel like is from the Dallas area or lives in that area.
Dallas, Texas drivers. I was terrified for my life.
Tell us if you live in the Texas area. And then if it's like that most of the time.
No, they said it was like it most of the time there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I will probably be visiting Texas a lot, so I'll get real familiar. Corian says she loves Texas and she loves getting her blood drawn. You know what?
No.
I remember the first time getting my blood drawn, I was like, yeah, this is so cool. I would watch it, and then after I started passing out from it, I was like, maybe this isn't so cool.
You learn to dread it. Once it happens
I can't watch it. My blood anymore. I thought it was so cool. I was like, yeah, this is so interesting. Look at it, leave my body. And then that happened. Then you're not allowed to if you're a fainting risk to look at it.
Once you've had, it's interesting. Once you've had a syncopal episode, right? In whatever it is, it's just the chances increase that it's going to happen again and again because your brain is like, oh, this is what's supposed to happen now.
Oh, Stephanie Frieden said Texas drivers in Corpus also bad.
Yeah.
I heard
you in Texas.
I heard it's also gotten worse though down there because of California implants.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Peggy
not a fan of the roads.
Peggy has a question
driving.
for you. Just maybe she just might have someone that's heavily pursuing her that is from that area. You might be right there, Peggy. Does she match her shirt yet? Oh man.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But might end up there for a while.
Ooh, Frisco and Plano. Okay.
Better than Boise.
But she said, but I was driving in Frisco. So
yeah,
it's probably just depends on where you were.
Well, it's fine most places besides like the toll highway.
Yeah.
The toll highway,
it's pretty
like
crazy.
We almost got hit on a couple occasions, but one was really bad where we almost got hit because somebody was just being reckless.
Ainsley was like, it is a good thing my mom's not down here because me and driving in heavy traffic, it's like white knuckle for me.
Yeah.
No, I would be deferring to your dad. Yeah. You guys all know by my description so far from watching classes and stuff that I get anxiety from driving. And I have no sense of direction, and so that makes it like worse, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because I didn't used to have it, but
I've gotten to a point where I feel really comfortable driving. Mm-hmm. But looking at that, I was like, oh, maybe I don't feel that comfortable driving.
Maybe not in this scenario. So should we let's go over kind of some of the extra pieces that everybody got in their loot, right? That we didn't use today.
Okay, yeah. Let me switch the camera over.
We can put them in here, or on like in that dish and switch our materials to here
Well,
if you
I
want.
don't want to lose all the little flat backs.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, what do you want me to grab something to make that easier for you? Like a piece of paper or something?
well, if
that
you can get
move?
this onto a piece of paper, then we can do that.
Sure, I can do that for sure. I can do that.
Yeah, Lynn, I think you're right because it is just like where the freeways are. But also the tolls are so like they have so many tolls there, which is crazy. I wouldn't have expected that for Texas.
Okay.
I will be.
So I feel like the first thing, like this is apt too, right? Because pretty much all the pieces that we didn't use in this selection, which you don't have to put those on there because you used them.
No. I'm just
You featured them.
They're all extra.
Those are all the ones that you didn't.
Also, guys, you will be in that bracelet. You will be getting a couple more than shown in the picture because obviously the bracelet was made to my size. So you're gonna get a couple extra of these so that it's
You can make
longer.
it longer.
Yeah, longer
that's great.
for your wrist size.
Did
so
you
it's more
put Did you
suitable.
put the materials list as more than what was in the picture?
Yes.
Okay, awesome, great.
Alrighty. Let me go here.
Okay, so everything, all the jewelry today, plus.
The lighting's really weird. Do you want to maybe move that forward?
Turn that on.
And turn that light on. Give me just a second, guys.
It's not plugged in.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean this camera too.
And
to
then
make
let me
sure
turn this way.
that's not. There we go. That's
How's
okay.
that?
That's looking better, but we have to see how this looks. It's looking a little bit better than it was.
Okay.
But it's looking so yellow. Maybe I'm just gonna move this off of this background.
Yeah, it could be just the green dish.
Yeah, it definitely is, but
Yeah.
that still looks a lot. This still looks better on with those
Yeah.
adjustments. Wow.
So yes, if you got the warehouse loot, if you're a subscriber, you got everything that Ainsley is designing with today, plus all of these great pieces, which Corian was just talking about this gypsy piece.
Yeah, I know she just used it, so you guys have the perfect opportunity to use her technique.
Well, no, she used the Bohemian one, which is really similar.
Oh, wait, we have two different ones of these?
Yeah, so there's one that's a half circle, which she just used in the warehouse sale.
Oh.
But I feel like you could still really do a very similar design that she did with this, because she did a bunch of dangles from the bottom. That's really a great thing to do from this. You could do all beads. You could do like a chakra thing where it's like all different colors. Just a lot of possibilities with that guy.
But yeah, this piece is gorgeous. Also, it's so fun to hang bunches of charms from it.
And it does fit a lobster clasp.
These do not come pre-painted, so you will have to paint these with the antique black.
If you got the loot, though, they came painted.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're going to get the kit, then you have to paint them yourselves. But this, for you guys who have the loot, you do get them painted.
So it's cool that she included that steer head with the abalone in it, too.
Mm-hmm. I'll show you guys that in a second. We have all these acorn bead caps. This is actually how I did my bracelet. So these are a perfect opportunity for buzzles. I also thought it'd be cool if you're just crazy. Which I'm crazy, and I would do this if I had all the time in the world.
You could do the whole thing. Is that what you're thinking?
Stamp, hammer.
Yeah.
All rainbow colors, and then it's like a rainbow tennis bracelet.
I love that idea.
So maybe we'll do that tomorrow, or for our master class.
On Tuesday. Yeah.
On Tuesday, because we're going to do different stone colors, so why don't we just finish this bracelet out?
Oh, that would be a cool idea. Yeah, so for our next master class that Ainsley is teaching, we're doing kind of more of a technique deep dive into resin gem creation. So she'll be doing that on Tuesday at the regular time.
But yeah, all of those, some of you will have those. Well, And then we also have this, as she was saying, this deer head with that album. It's so stunning and fun, honestly. I'm kind of jealous, and I think I will probably take it.
You don't need to be jealous because you get to keep
Yeah.
it.
I know. I'm feeling jealous because I'm not wearing it right now.
I really do.
I'm like, I kind of like that right now.
Ooh, that goes really well with your hair too. It's like reflecting the same color.
Yeah.
So there's
more of these little baggies. These.
Okay, so I have to admit, I was like, what the heck is Ainsley gonna do with all of these little suitcase travel bag charms? Because the only thing I've ever used them for is a charm bracelet and like hanging one. Yeah. I absolutely am stinking so impressed with what you made with those.
Yeah.
Corian, if you're still on here, you'll have to tell me if you're as impressed as I am.
And we are switching it to Tuesday.
Yeah.
I have an appointment on Monday.
Yep, it is. We're going Tuesday, but it'll be at the normal time. So yeah.
Yeah. Sorry guys, my schedule is always changing. So my master class is always changing.
We always try to publish it like at the beginning of the month, but Ainsley's slot is like at the end of the month, so sometimes we do switch days. But I will update that on the group so you guys can have a reminder.
We have all of these, which are super fun. You can totally fill these with resin if you wanted to. The back is textured.
I feel like that could be a cool bracelet focal too.
But also I feel like they'd be really fun to hole punch with the screw down, and then you hang some little charms off of it.
Even because they're pewter, you can usually get a punch with the regular one, with the regular hole punch pliers. You just sometimes need to clear it out because it's a little thicker casting.
Yeah, this one is thicker, which is why I set the screw down.
Yep. Alrighty then.
And then this beautiful bracelet. Look at this chain. I love this chain.
So good. I cannot believe. So our kits today, they're only $29 each, but I was going, okay, that's like right there. Just the components in the kit was like $100 just with what we used, and it's so much less than what everybody got in the loot.
Can you tell I really like this design that I made? I'm saying if there's extra, you should buy it. I haven't taken this off.
I'm not sure if that might be sold out. That one did. That was actually, that set was one of our more popular ones with the earrings and the bracelet. That might be gone, or there might be one left. Let me look. I'll be able to tell if I go to the website.
Yeah, I have not taken this bracelet off.
Let's see.
Corian said, if there is something I don't want to design with, I send it to Ames. So she has good ideas.
At least she's being honest, guys.
Yeah, guys. Apparently, I'm the saving grace here.
I mean, yeah.
Ooh, this would be cute. Look it. I know we did this not that long ago. Didn't we do this for a warehouse loot?
Did what?
This necklace, this choker.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
This would be really cool if you just added
because I feel like the lion head was in there.
Yeah.
It was in a loot. Ooh, I love that together.
Yeah, so you could totally add that chain like that. And then you do have another chain. This one's much finer, but still has that really beautiful chain pattern. Let me zoom in so you guys can see that better. Look how beautiful that is.
So lovely.
And this is like that more medium length. So we're looking about that long.
It's probably like 18 inches or so.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yep. That's pretty typical for what most of the manufactured things were between 16 and 18 inches.
We used most of these in the project, in our projects today.
Yeah.
So that's why I only have, but we still do have one extra here.
And what is it?
Actually, we have a couple extra because I have some that are for our demo.
Yeah.
And that is this new to our website. This is new to our website. So if you would not be able to get these until now on our website, I'm actually going to pop up this product really quickly.
Yeah, because I think it's so versatile.
Yeah, this is a really cool piece here. And so that's brand new. Definitely I would stock up on those because I love using drops in my designs.
And for those of you who are on wholesale, I will be adding those. If you also order from the wholesale site, I will be adding those probably around Monday-ish. I did go ahead and add them to the retail site, and then we hadn't had the fanned drop in natural brass on our retail website, and I just added that one as well. So if you're looking for that drop, I think it's DP040.
It says in the product at least.
Yeah. Yes. And again, as always, you can go, which, you know what, I've been designing with these squares. I did a really cool pair that for my shop that sold right away, which was featuring that square, and it had a bunch of fringe from the bottom.
You can totally stock up on these, the fan frame like she just talked about, and then get some. Go to the live shop for Korean, and you can get all of the crystals there.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to show you how to do that wrap today.
Yeah, Corey, if you're watching, if you wouldn't mind popping in a link for some of the Austrian crystal Rivoli that we're featuring today, or like similar stones. If you want the kits, they're included. If you get the kits, they're included in there.
And then even
the chain
more
and everything.
of these filigree butterflies. And these are so lovely. And I would totally make a necklace with just all these, just like.
Ooh, that would be cute.
Super cute. So that's everything else. Oh, did I show this? I don't think I showed this.
I don't think so.
Almost everything else. Hold on. Hold your horses. Okay. And then also this really beautiful feather and pearl. Reminder, if you don't want the feather with the pearl, just take the pearl off and add it to another design. Sometimes I do that, like maybe I just want the steer head and I don't want this jump ring on it. I could totally use the jump ring somewhere else.
Yeah, for sure. What would you do with that guy? Just like a pendant connect? It would be cool if you hung the steer head from that guy too, or did some sort of combo design as well.
I think maybe
on the top
from the steer head would be better.
Yeah. Cool.
Very tassel-y.
Yeah, so we had kind of like a split in products. So she included really Southwest designs, which you can kind of springboard off of Ainsley's last class she taught 2 weeks ago and use some of those ideas. And then really today's kits are all very Parisian and travel inspired. Think European traveling architecture inspired and gardeny arboretum goodness.
Yeah.
So do you want to start with maybe like the filigree, and then we'll go into the resin since it's less messy?
You mean the wrap? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's not filigree there.
Yeah, I guess I always think of it as like filigree when it's wrapping.
Yeah. Also, I was confused for a second because I was like, the butterflies? So just give me a second. I'm going to clear my space here. I'm going to pull out my pots here. One tip, because I didn't do this because I didn't know how I was going to use this piece yet. But depending on how you decide to use it, if you decide to do my design the same way or to do it differently, I'm going to point something out to you guys. So, initially when I did this, I thought I might hang it from here. I ended up not doing that. So if you don't plan on hanging it from the center, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but depending on how you plan to use it, like I said, I would flip this around so that this hole is hidden for if you're gonna do this design.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how I was gonna use it, so I thought I might use that hole. And so if you were to use it, you would just hole punch through the other side of this too.
I like that you hang things from the bottom on that. It's cool, yeah, with the stacked squares. It's really interesting use of the square.
So today I'm going to demonstrate it with it hidden. It's not really going to make any difference in your technique, besides it's just how you're doing your placement. So just give me a second. I need to grab my chain nose.
Do you need round nose as well?
No. But my glasses are somewhere.
Oh,
over
you
here.
know, I just
saw them too.
They're here somewhere.
They're here somewhere.
They're here somewhere, guys. They're not on top of her head.
Ooh,
The
I
old-
feel like I'm tripping. Oh, here they
There
are.
they are. I thought maybe you were looking for like the barrel pliers or like some sort of rounded design.
No. Okay. So very first thing is we're gonna do our bends that we're gonna fit our piece over. So when you're doing this, you can obviously reference my piece to see about where they're at. You'll notice just a little bit under this little divot here, and about where that line is here in the piece. So that line right there. Let me zoom in so you can see. So that line right there, a little bit under where that divot is right there. So you'll be looking at it from there. Show you this as well. You can screenshot if you want to, so you get a nice close view.
Lisa said, okay, I succumbed. I'm a subscriber now. You almost can't afford not to. Sometimes I sweat a little bit when I see everything that Corian sent out to you guys. I'm like, you guys are this is like the best deal that we have.
So I am going to take my chain nose and we're going to place them so it's about where that spot is. You're going to notice that I have that centered here, and then we're going to fold it. And so it's like a 90-degree angle. Sometimes I switch them around so it's a little bit more even, because it won't always be even, because I do have a little bit of an angle. So we have that fold going. And then I'm just going to take this. I'm not going to have my stone on it, and you'll see why in a second. But I just want to make sure that my reference is pretty good.
Is it okay if I pop out for a second to...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I'll be right back.
And I'm going to leave a little bit extra from here. You'll notice that I definitely folded a little bit further up here, so I'm going to correct that a little bit. And you definitely really want to use your chain nose, because these pieces are definitely a lot thicker than filigree. So I'm going to reference that again with my other piece here. And that's definitely looking better. And do a little bit more fine tuning. I want it so that these little two spots here are sitting on the top of that. So just gonna straighten that.
Just in case, I'm gonna put this my class in session, and in case anybody shows up. We're still mid-class. Peggy, I agree. She said this design is outstanding. It caught my eye instantly.
Thank you, Peggy. And then I'm going to see how this is lining up. Yeah, it's a lot better. And then I'm going to leave a little bit extra, remember, because I don't have my stone in here yet. So I'm going to leave a little bit extra. I'm going to fold a little bit lower than what's shown it would be if it was just a flat on flat metal connection.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start bending that. And this one's definitely more prone to end up crooked, so you'll definitely want to do your adjustments. And turn your piece around side to side. Okay. Now from here, we can double check it against this again, make sure we're still good. We have space, which we need space. And we're gonna go like this. So we take our piece here, and here, and we're gonna bend like this. This is gonna give us the allowance for our bead to go into, or not our bead, our crystal to go into here.
So you're almost creating like a dap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just fold that open so it can sit in there nicely. Okay. And so now I can set my bead on here. I just set him right into that little spot. And we can put this on here. And we'll start to do our folding a little bit, but we do need to bend this a little bit the other way as well, because it is nicely arched this way, but we do need it to be like that as well this way, because this is still perfectly flat, and it can't be perfectly flat for this. We're going to dome it a little bit more the other way as well. Do that on each side. See how that's sitting in there? See? A little better, but I'm going to do it just a little bit more. I'm just going to do this side a little bit more, see if it's starting to sit a little bit more flush after I do this.
Lisa's asking if you could use a doming block. Maybe. Like if you got the right side.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. 'Cause
If
I've
you
not
get the
done
loot,
it.
you could probably experiment with it because you've got a lot of those drops.
My only concern
Yeah.
is that this is like a really heavy
Yeah.
piece.
Sure.
So it
And
might
you don't
be
want to
harder.
necessarily like distort the pattern in it. Yeah. It's always worth a try if you have a few extra pieces.
Yeah. So we're just going to try and slide this guy on here. And it's definitely starting to sit a lot more flush now. You'll notice it was a little bit tricky to get that in there, but we still have enough allowance that I was able to do that. And we're going to start folding him in here.
Peggy was noticing your ring.
Oh, yeah.
Who did that belong to?
Me, Grandma.
The person that we got all of our jewelry taste from. You have her to thank for Vintage's creation, because she influenced Wendy, she influenced me, she influenced Ainsley, and she influenced Corian and Mackie, and yeah.
Do we have anything that she has made, like posted in the archives?
You know, oh no, but you know what? Actually, I have a design that I forgot to give you. I was going to give it to you for your birthday, and it's something she made, and it says Gretchen on it. Like it still has the tag that has her like written in her name on, and it was in Jess's shop when we used to consign in there, like before. Yeah. like back, way back when. And it's got like a cameo, and it's very like
Finding the
Victorian.
best part of my birthday present. What is this?
I just forgot about it, but I tempted to give that to you because it was just sitting in my jewelry box, and I was like, I haven't worn this. I bet Ainsley would really love it, and it actually would go with all of this jewelry really well too.
So I'm just gonna bend over this side here, and this is like the trickiest part about this piece. The technique's really easy if you just follow the steps that I do. It is a little bit heftier, so. Like I said, this piece is a little bit heftier, so you do have to use a little bit more elbow grease to get that.
Yeah. I find that if I'm having a really hard time because my hands aren't strong, I will bend it against
I totally do that. I'll go like this.
Like I'll just take the bench block and do that. Speaking of bench block, do you want me to rivet a bead cap for you onto one of those little suitcase things for your resin demo? Yeah, isn't that great, Stephanie? I am just stinking in love with this setting. And we haven't offered this in natural brass yet on retail. So it's like the combination of these two pieces, I think will make some really great jewelry. I never would have thought to put them together.
We're just tightening. We want it to get tight enough that it is not going to slide off. If you really wanted it to be super secure, you could technically bend those little edges there, but it would be very difficult because it is such a heavy piece. Mm-hmm. But as long as you tighten it enough, like this is actually really tight now, you're not going to have any issues.
Do you want to, would you please pop up the kit that this comes in and show the construction of the rest of that?
But if you were to do the little edges and bend them, I wouldn't do that against the table. I'd pre-bend them beforehand. Mm-hmm. Just because it's such a small edge, you might like slip all your pieces off.
Sure.
And you wouldn't want that to happen to you all. Okay. Here is that complete kit. Well, when it shows up.
Gotta love technology, right?
And yeah, I hope you guys love that technique. I would say it's really easy. Just take account of those tips.
Yeah, Corinne said she featured that as well in one of her demos, like using the table. I specifically will use my bench block because it doesn't give. You get in the little nose glasses.
Yeah, that's why I'm like tapping my face.
We don't mind.
So and yeah, I did think about making them into earrings. I just decided not to, but they would be really cute earrings.
You could do, just
like that.
You could for sure do a remix of that, especially if you've got all of these extras.
Because that's what I was thinking about doing first, and then I was like, actually, this would be a great necklace, but also I'm too lazy.
I don't want to do 2 of them.
Now I want to make 2, but I ended up not making 2 of the other one because I did another wrap.
Yes. So you guys get 2 really cool wrap techniques today in this class, which are great.
So yeah, we do have another wrap here for you guys. Apparently I was like, let's use frames to wrap type of day.
So yeah, that's what Stephanie, that's what Angel was saying. If you're going to use it not like the necklace, you leave that hole showing on the square.
Yep.
And then you'd hang it from there.
Through the other side.
Yep.
Because this is here as well.
So Peggy, how do we order? If you want the complete kits, you can comment Cart 101, or you can just go to the beautiful Parisian header image on vintage.com, and you can find all the new products, including the new Parisian drops, in that category as well, if you want to stock up on those, which I think you're going to want to, because they are just
I really wanted to wear pink today.
Beautiful.
I didn't even realize that I'd be able to.
You're like, ooh. Love it. Oh my goodness.
Here, we can show that a little bit. Let me go over here. So you're not looking at my evil Larry phone case.
What?
So yeah,
pretty. Oh yeah, if you turn to the side a little bit, you really see
that little catch
the
there.
dynamic of the jewel in there. So pretty. Love, love, lovely.
Alrighty, go back here.
Okay, wrap number 2.
Are we doing a giveaway today?
I teamed Corian about it. So we're not shipping anything back this week. So if we do a giveaway, it needs to be something from HQ. So if you're still watching, Corey, maybe you could look at my teams and you could answer me there.
Okay, we're gonna look at this piece really quickly. So it looks like this is just bent. I'm gonna show you the specific spots. One thing that's hard working not on this is picking stuff up.
Yeah.
So you'll notice these come to a point. You're gonna make bends there and there, right where those points are. And we are gonna do the same thing where we're opening it up so that it's curving over that pointed top there.
Nice. Okay, so Corian did confirm 3 giveaways. So make sure you love and share the video for a chance to win some giveaways. So Corian has set aside some things for you guys today that we will do a drawing at the end of the live, like we normally do on Fridays, and there will be 3 winners. So
Also, this one is definitely a lot easier to manipulate than the last. Just as an FYI. It's going to bend a whole lot easier. I'm going to open this guy up.
YouTube sometimes has the most random comments.
Why? What does it say on there?
I like chairs.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you just get random people that have nothing to do with, right, what the class is. Just, yeah.
We're going to bend these a little bit down now. Best that we can. So we have a little bit more of that dome-ish kind of shape. Do it to the other side the best that we can. And this one does need to be lifted a little bit.
I think you've had some really like interesting innovative designs lately in the recent classes for wrapping
yeah.
stones and things.
Just need to open this up more because there's like a little bump here that's interfering with it sitting in there. Starting to sit a lot more flush now. This is a little crooked here, so I'm just gonna adjust that. This piece is definitely pretty easy to get crooked, so you definitely want to do a lot of different like little tiny adjustments. There we go, it's looking better. Just using my hand at this point because this one is a lot easier to use your hand with, at least on this top part.
Thank you, Rosie. She said, so glad you do a live for the loot. Such wonderful design ideas. Yeah, it's, I feel like it's a good kind of happy medium where we've landed with being able to support that content. And then also for people that haven't subscribed yet, they can take advantage of some of the kits as well.
So we're just tightening at this point until we get it locked in there. Let me put my glasses on, that might help. Hardest part about this is it just does like to wobble around a little bit. And you do need to be careful that you're not ever touching your stone on the other side. You have to be pushing against metal only.
Oh, pliers on metal on both sides, right? I think it's the more you work with crystals and wrapping, the more you get kind of a sense of how much pressure you can put on there.
Yes.
Without cracking it. So I almost never crack stones, but that's because I just am used to it. It's been a lot of years. But it's been interesting. Every so often I take a technique that we share in our classes and I make a reel out of them. And the one that just surprised me, it really blew up, was doing the bead cap technique with the head pin on the side drill. And just how far that went, it's just funny. Because to me, it's like, oh, we always do this. Yes. It's like I've been doing this since 1999. Since before you were born.
Gonna use the pressure at that point to get it nice and flat there. And then we're gonna have to make a little adjustment after this. Let me see my piece. Here it is. So once you have this done, you're gonna have to loosen it a little bit and make your little adjustments Looks like it did come in a little bit tighter with these, so I can just pinch them. Oops. Pinch them in more. But we're gonna have to dress this anyway because you do need to thread your jump ring through there like that. And then you thread them through the top as well. So I'm gonna open this up a little bit.
Do you need a jump ring?
I should have some here. I got it.
Okay.
And we're gonna thread him through. Do want to tighten these a little bit, so I'm just gonna kind of like push this in more using pressure, so they're a little bit closer in there.
This has a very, has taken on a very Art Deco feel, I think, with that V shape.
Yeah.
It almost changes the feeling of the finding when you use it that way. This has got me thinking about how I could use some of our other window components for layering over stones. Cool idea.
Okay, so now I'm getting this jump ring place, and we're just gonna tighten it again with that. But first, I do want to add my other jump rings so that we still have a little bit of extra space. You just need to do 2 for now, and then you can do the rest after. And so these will go up in the top here. And if there's not quite enough room, we have to make it. And the best way to do that is definitely a bead awl. To kind of like clear the way for where that should be.
Probably like a decent way to use a crystal that's not perfect as well, because you could kind of disguise it, I would imagine. Peggy says, warning, the crystal wraps that are being shown today could cause sailor words. Make sure you're in a Zen state of mind and you don't mind taking your time. That's the problem with me, is I'm incessantly impatient. So I tend to get frustrated if I can't just do it super rapidly. I know it's a character flaw.
Time is precious these days, so.
Oh, goodness. Just sometimes I think about my life, what it was like when the kids were little, before the world changed so much and what the pace of life was like. And even like before I had kids, it was like I would open the shop at 10 a.m. and so I would get up at like 9:45. That was a life. I can't even sleep past like 6:30 now. It's cruel.
Yeah, sounds much better than what I'm doing.
I know. I was just telling Ainsley, I said, I don't think our bodies are meant to get up that early in the morning. And she's being like, her body's punishing her for it, saying, no more. You can't do this anymore. No mas.
Yeah, I think the last time I did this, I did leave more allowance for those
The jump rings.
Jump rings. I wasn't thinking about them before I tightened it, and so I really kind of bit myself in the butt there, making this way harder than it has to be.
Yeah, sometimes I find that a round nose plier is really good for making space in there.
My spacing's a little bit different than I think I could kept these. This one I kept it a little bit more tight, you'll notice. And this is a lot wider of a space here. And so this is looser up here and tighter down here.
So probably a good tip is
Check your spacing.
creating them side by side at the same time so you can have the same spacing from earring to earring.
Don't just push it down like I did so early. Not thinking about
I thought you were going to say, don't stab yourself in the finger.
No,
if you make the same mistake.
Because I was thinking, oh, I'm done after I tighten this down. Then I was like, oh,
whoops.
Wait a second. I'm not done.
Happy accidents to be able to show them what to do if they make the same mistake. Right? You just get extra bonus class material.
You guys need to see that I do struggle too sometimes.
Are you on screen yet?
I probably wasn't. I was just getting the jump ring slid through there.
Yeah. Yay!
Okay.
Do you need me to rivet a bead cap on to that one, or are you going to show doing that?
What? No, this doesn't have a... What are you talking
The
about?
next, I'm thinking.
No, that's pretty easy. I'll show that because they need to see how I did it.
All right.
Okay, now from here, just make sure that your jump rings are facing the correct way. We're just going to tighten it down here on the sides.
And then that keeps your jump rings just facing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a little crooked though, because of all that finicking I did. Don't tighten it down like I did. Bad decision, Ainsley. Should have remembered.
You know what I usually do? Just start over with a new piece. That's if you have them, right? If you've got extra, if you have the loot, you have extras.
Yeah, that would be a lot easier in this instance.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already manipulated it so much, it's making it difficult to do this. more centered now.
I think we get the general gist, right? You just want to make sure that when you're tightening it down that stays centered.
Yeah.
You could probably
This is the general this is the general idea of what you do, but obviously instead of tightening it down when I did, you would be threading stuff through.
yeah. So wait
it.
to tighten until your jump rings are in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you won't end up in the position that I am. But we still got there.
All right. So, are we ready to move on to the resin portion?
Yeah, but we have to do this first.
What? The riveting. Yes. So you're gonna
we're gonna take this
cute little
take
bezel.
our small hammer. And we're just gonna go like this, try and keep it centered and even. We're just opening this up a little bit by doing this. Doing the other side kind of like recenters it a little bit.
So I think the drop that you're working on before, that should take a hole punch plier, right, to get through it. It's not too thick. The Parisian drop.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not too thick.
Yep. You could even, if you wanted to do an alternate of that, you could do that with a bead in the center, and it would be a whole lot easier. But since when are Ainsley's designs ever made to be easier?
Okay, so we did that. I'm gonna take one of these blanks here. Where's my...
Show them.
I'll just show them placement.
Okay.
So, actually that was wrong. So for these, for your connections, the way that I punch these is I kept this one. We do the top corner, bottom corner, top corner, bottom corner, like so. And then this other one is next to this little circle Paris tag. Or oval, that's an oval, not a circle. And then we do one more in the center of our piece. Turn this around. I'm guessing it's just going to be right. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it was going to be. It's going to be on the other side of the Paris tag. And then we'll rivet these. I do have to use our bead awl to open up these holes for our rivet. Can you get me a rivet?
What style would you like?
It's the two rivets. They're just over there. Oh.
We've got a few over here too.
Double check you made your hole large enough. Not quite large enough, so I do need to bead all this out a little bit more. Okay, that one's good. This one should be easy because it's not nearly as thick. Okay. And so we're gonna just put this guy onto our rivet. This guy onto our rivet. We're gonna clip this a little bit because we don't want to have too much. Wait, I did this the opposite way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I definitely did this the opposite way.
Wait, how?
You'll see.
Oh, I'm really curious to see how this goes.
Yeah, because I wanted this to be as flush as possible so that. Yeah.
Did you put the hammer inside it?
You'll see. Once I get this on here. Alrighty. So I have these on here. This is a letter stamper. We go like this.
So really anything
This is
rounded.
how we're able to get it cut off
Ah.
to the right size.
So really any kind of like punch or thing that you can hold it.
Yeah, anything that you can
Nice.
put in there, put that pressure against it.
I feel like Ainsley's always giving us riveting tips, which I never would have thought of.
Let me get it in an angle so you guys can kind of.
We're
get a
doing
better
like
view of
hard
this.
to do things. Making them easy.
I'm gonna try and hold this from the wide side. So my fingers aren't as much in the way.
See, I was thinking maybe you use like had the little ball peen thing
So
with was inside
originally
it.
I was thinking about putting a crystal in there, but I didn't really feel like gluing it in there. It did fit.
Your like a dapping, if you had a dapping set that was the right size, I bet that would work really well too. Like the round ball. Like Corian has a set of those at HQ.
So once we get that a little bit mushroom, so it's not just gonna like come out, use that flat side.
Nice. That would be a great way for taking this bead cap and making it into a ring too, like riveting it to a surface for a ring bezel.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So now that is on there, and we can do the rest of our technique. What do we have left to show them after this?
Well, I need to do the little drops, my little things. Because I think we'll just talk about construction on the other one. So resin, the 2 resin techniques, and then just following up with like the kits and
Can you get that light so that I
construction.
can easily access it? Let me see. This is sitting a little crooked at the moment, so I'm just gonna fix this a little bit.
there you go.
There we go, it's level now. Alrighty, we're just gonna do a quick layer here.
Yeah, I think if you had that tiny hammer, that probably would fit inside there, but this one doesn't quite fit all the way inside the bead cap, the ball peen.
We're just gonna do a quick little plop in the bottom there. Gonna take this. We're just trying to seal that up so that there's no leaking.
Get that cured first. Get them solid.
And then we're just gonna cure that. Full screen.
Yeah, you could probably show them the
So we showed them
earrings.
this one on.
Yeah.
We only have one of these earrings. But I will show it to you on. Can you fix the camera?
Yeah. From the last demonstration.
And then let me put that kit
pretty.
up there. This comes with the bracelet and the earrings. And we're doing the bracelet right now. And I will show you that bracelet on as well.
That one is just, okay, so it looks cool in the photo, but it is way cooler on.
Can you help me with this?
Mm-hmm. You want it on this one? Actually, just turn it over so I can see what I'm, there we go. You can almost do it blind, but it's a little bit easier when you can see it.
I'll zoom in. And here's that bracelet.
Do you want to slide like some of those other ones a little bit away from it?
I can't because they're kind of tight.
We'll just make it, turn your wrist over maybe so that it drops down. Yeah, there we go. Isn't that cool? The way those connect together. Did it take you a minute to figure out the hole placement so that they all... No.
No, I just had them next to each other.
You're like, no, I just figured it out immediately.
All right.
The idea is just spring from my forehead like Artemis.
So now we have that little bit of resin there. I will just cure my brush in with it because then I can just poop when I use the resin, so it just pops it off. So we're gonna go in with our two colors. We're just gonna literally drop them in there.
Are you centered underneath there yet?
Oh, I didn't. I thought I had it centered, but I
Yeah.
guess not. It was on.
I think it just moved, yeah.
I moved my camera on accident.
I was like, oh, what colors did you use? And Ainsley's like, it's like literally 2. That's why we didn't do a set today, because it's 2 colors, but such a magical combination.
We're gonna get rid of all those bubbles. I need paper towel. Somebody used all the paper towels.
Well,
apparently.
I kind of had a class that required it last time. So for those of you who maybe weren't here earlier, if you are a member of the Backstage Pass, Ainsley will be doing a class on Tuesday with more of a deep dive in additional stone techniques.
Russ, this bubble is fighting me. This is fighting me. He made me absorb most of my paint. It's like, no, I will stay.
That surface tension, that's just being greedy.
Let's
So
try that
the
again.
2 colors.
The 2 colors are blue violet color shift and lilac purple. Okay. Just gonna kind of, yeah, there we go. Really? Really? There's no bubbles in those last two drops. There we go.
So then do you dry this in between?
This one we're gonna dry and then we're gonna go in again. But I do need to add a little bit more purple because that disappeared on me now.
Yeah.
No bubble.
So I use these same colors on the dragonflies as well. So we did use the same kind of theme throughout.
So this technique is very similar to the last one I made in the southwestern prairie theme.
Yeah. So I think Tuesday will be fun because you guys are going to get to experiment with a bunch of different color combinations. So if you want to be ready for that class, you can have your antiques out and some sort of thing if you wanted to make along. Since it's not really a project class, it's more of a technique class.
So same as last time, I'm drying it and then I'm kind of swirling it around, so it's a little bit clumpy, so we get that variation.
Oh yeah, I actually used that for making a ring for my shop, and it was like I really love that idea.
So I'm just gonna mess with this a little bit in here. All right. Press this down a bit. So I'm pressing it down this time, like I am, just because I do want it to be a little bit smoother of a look. Because you'll notice sometimes the edges get a little bit jagged, which is totally fine, and I wanted that for the last one I did. But since I don't want that for this one, I didn't do that. And I'm going to add resin, and we're going to add paint. Just a drop in here. I'm gonna cure that one. We're just gonna do a short cure because I don't care if it's fully dry, because we're gonna go back in and add resin and paint together. But yeah.
Do you want to show them the other? This will save us from doing a look at the end because I think we'll have shown everything on except for my dragonfly necklace.
Show what?
The necklace that's in front of you. Would you model shot it? Put it on. It's
No, it's not.
oh.
I
I saw the pile of dragonflies and I'm like, yeah, it's right there. It's not, guys.
No, this is already done. This is already done. This
Oh,
is
it's
a short
already?
one. Yeah.
Really
the
quick.
next one will be longer though.
Okay.
So
Quick cure.
yeah. Because like I said, it didn't matter if the resin was wet or not. A little bit
Nice.
wet or not. All right. So we did that one. We're gonna go back in with more resin.
Trying to optimize your guys' time here.
And I'm gonna shave this off because I got a little bit on the edge here and I don't want that. So we're just gonna file that off.
I actually find that this one's
Yeah.
really good for cleaning up just a tiny bit because it's super heavy grit.
So we're just gonna clean up those edges. Because apparently I was sloppy. Bad, Ainsley, bad. But you can see, look at that cool variation that's in there, and I just did my hand of paint. Apparently, I'm making all the mistakes today.
Are you imagining yourself as like Dobby the house elf, smacking your head against the wall? That means
What did I do recently? I already told that story where I like was at the gym and I just
hit your head on the bar and your face too. Goodness.
Yeah, we can repeat those colors. Just give me 1 second. We're gonna add resin right here. I'm gonna add paint, and then we might go back in with resin in a second. That is our lilac purple. Lilac purple, lilac purple, lilac purple.
Is it like an alliteration?
Blue violet color shift. Blue violet color shift. Blue violet color shift. This is an auction. You didn't know it.
I actually
that would be kind of fun for us to do is a vintage auction with like
a real auctioneer.
If we were able to host an event, we could bring out some of our finished pieces, and we could do a little like funny little auction going on.
Oh man, I can't do the word thing. I attended a vast amount of auctions when I was a kid because it was just like me left. It was just Steve and I, but he was really usually occupied doing something else. I was with my parents a lot because I was the youngest and I was the only one left at home. And so they would drag me to bid on antiques a lot.
Peggy, the goal is not to use my engineering degree in a practical way. So initially, I wanted to do engineering just because it makes good money.
Well, and it's a good backup plan,
and so
right?
I can
it's solid.
fund whatever I want to because it makes good money. Not because I wanted to do anything like that for myself. But I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I learned mechatronics and then I use that to create designs? Like I could do that with jewelry. Yeah. Imagine I was able to make a necklace that was a flower, right? With crystals and everything. Ooh, that would be so cool. Why are they not doing this? And it's like the crystals can move, open, so it's like a blooming crystal necklace. That would be so cool. Somebody needs to hire me for my ideas. Okay.
But the idea is that she still could do the practical stuff if she needed to, though, right?
I don't know.
Even though it's not as much fun. Who wants to do practical when you can make fantastical? I said I expect her to make something like that swan automaton that I'm obsessed with.
I think everybody's obsessed with this. Okay, so I just added paint in there. I swirled it around a bit till I got what it looked like I wanted it to look like. And then it was only the blue violet color shift this time. We're going to do a very long cure so we can show this other necklace now. You can adjust the camera.
Okay.
Let me take this necklace off though. And then I'm going to put this back up on the screen. If you're wondering why are you saying this out loud, it's so I don't forget.
It's to keep
when
your
I
brain
got my hair
focused
done
on the
yesterday,
thing.
I was talking to her about how I'll be on my phone, and I'll be like, whoa, I'll close the app, and I think this is kind of similar to when you go through a doorway and you forget something.
Yeah.
I'll close out of the app to go to a different app, and
one of those is flipped.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I'll forget where I'm going, and I'm like, what was I doing on my phone? What was I doing? Where was I going?
It's so easy
There's a million
to do that,
different destinations.
Right? So I thought that this was this is the one thing that I made this week, you guys, a really good use for the extra majillions of drops that Corian put in there. But aren't they so pretty just hung together? And then I have some little tiny drops that I will be showing you right after Ainsley makes this. I'm just going to zoom in there a little bit so you can see. And then all we did was antique with the same 2 colors. Now these, if you want to hold up the dragonfly. Okay, so if you got the loot, they're gonna come like this, antiqued in black. If you're getting the kit, they're not antiqued. So you'll want to do that step first if you want them to look like the ones on the necklace. And so I just hammered them to make them a little bit more antique-y feeling. Peggy says, wow, that would be awesome. Have you seen on Instagram the person that makes metal blooming flowers?
No, I have not.
Ooh, we'll have to check that out. That sounds cool.
So I cured that. Obviously,
Did you
it
swap
looks
the camera?
So cool. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
This does need to come off though. And it looks like it's basically cured, so I'm not going to be afraid to go in with another layer of resin. And we're going to do our dome part. We're going to add enough to dome this. And then we'll use our brush to make sure it goes to the ends. I need to grab my glasses. Sorry guys, I'm like but it's because I need to be able to see if I like
You're like, is it domed enough?
Well, if I got to the edges. It looks like I got it all to the edges.
Yeah.
But I can't see that from where I'm at because it's so far away.
You gotta get a, you don't have x-ray vision through the camera.
I wish I did. All right. Long cure, that is a lot of resin, but also we really want to make sure those under cures, like those other layers, are super cured as well. Because that paint, anytime you have paint mixed within the resin, it doesn't cure as immediately.
Yeah. And if it's like completely obscuring the resin, then you won't, it won't cure. It'd be mushy center, right?
Yeah.
So make sure your layers are cured. That's why Ainsley stops and does them a little layer at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for that to go.
But yeah. Any interesting topics of conversation? Let me see what people are saying. Nothing much. Oh wait, I didn't even say what I did in Texas. I just talked about the roads. I went to a fun arcade. It's called Cidercade. Definitely recommend, but not the location that we went to because he had never been to that location before. And he thought there was going to be food like there is at the other one. There was not food there.
Oh no.
And so we're so hungry already.
You're like
we didn't stay as long as we would have if there was food there.
Were you on your best behavior or did you get a little bit owly?
No, it was nice.
You know, it's dangerous to be around Ainsley without food because one of two things. Either a little bit cranky or absolutely cannot function. Low battery. Like on Big Hero, it was a Big Hero 6.
Did Corian miss this? Because she was like, is this a date?
Yeah,
she must have missed the context.
I think she did. She was probably multitasking.
Yeah, Corian, I went to Texas for a guy.
To meet somebody in person.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck? It looks like my, it spilled over a little bit, and I didn't see that it had spilled over.
Let me see.
No, it's fine. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to show them.
Okay, do you need the file or clippers?
No, I need my bead all. Because it's not completely cured yet, and so here it is. So you're going to notice this is a little bit over here. I did not notice that. I would have cleaned it before I cured it. But I'm gonna try and see if I can lift it off. Otherwise, we're gonna have to clip it off.
Do you know what I use a lot at that stage is the side cutters. It can be really good for just lifting it off. I love the UV resin because it's super forgiving. If you do spill a little bit, and I have quite a few resin pieces in my shop. And those, like, I want to say like every 3 or 4 times I will get a little bit of a spill and need to clean it up. So it's
sorry
super
guys, I wasn't
forgiving.
on camera, but I use the clippers to get in there.
I think I can kind of tell what you're doing, almost. Whoops.
Peggy, because I wanted to go on vacation.
Yeah. Yes, it's warmer there.
Yeah, I
right
wanted
now.
to go on vacation.
Because I said the same thing. I was like,
Also, it was his
what?
birthday too. So.
Yeah, but I was just like, that's next time around. Yes.
I prefer going because I have more fun things to do. It's not as fun here. There's a lot of stuff to do there. There's not a lot of stuff to do here. Unless it's outside.
Yeah.
And it's kind of not good weather right now.
Yeah, it's not ideal Idaho weather right now, to be honest.
Now I'm going to take my little sponge you had here and we're going to clean that up.
up.
I'm going to put that on the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing.
Peggy's got
Sorry,
the
I
right
missed
eye.
that. It was probably on the one side I couldn't see where I'm like...
Hey, are you on camera? Are you showing?
Yeah, I'm
what's
showing
happening?
this part.
Okay.
So I'm just shaving this down.
All right, so now how did you get that pretty matte finish on there?
I'll show in a sec. I just want to do one more thing.
What's the one more thing?
I'm looking for this. This is a little sus. It's like a little bumpy here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to file this little spot down. I'm not sure why that happened, but...
Haha, Peggy, you got the right idea. She said they should always come to you.
Alright, we're going to do another layer because we do have to get rid of that, like...
It's okay. Well, I don't think we need to demonstrate
Well,
that.
it's a very thin layer. I don't want to, like... This is probably going to be somebody's, like, piece they get.
But not this week. Because Corian's doing... She's got stuff from there.
Oh, okay. But we'll
Yeah.
just still do this.
Can you tell? She's a perfectionist. Nothing but the best for you guys. She's like, this is going to be one of my bracelet links. So yes, if you get a little spill, it's really forgiving, really easy to correct your doming.
There we go.
Let's put that off to, or wait, you still have to show the other part, don't you?
It's literally going to be 30 seconds, though. That's the thin layer.
Awesome.
Anyway, let's see.
You have to tell him that if he doesn't come here next, then Peggy's gonna chase him down. And you would think that she won't be able to find out who he is, but I know. He's just like, oh no.
Yeah, I'll tell him that. I'll be like, you might want to take an emergency trip for Easter.
Otherwise, all of my ladies, you're like, Instagram. I've got a lot of guy followers, but for my job, I've got a lot of women followers who are fiercely loyal. They will hold you to task. You think my mom's intimidating? Oh man. Stephanie says, I would do exactly what Ainsley is doing. I'm a type A perfectionist. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we're just going to go in and we're going to use... Clear mat. Can you get me a brush?
What kind?
The medium size?
Not one of these.
No.
Not one. Where did the cup of brushes go?
I don't know. They're over there. You put them over there.
I did?
I didn't move them.
That's
so
weird. Maybe I did like last week. I think I did that today. That's weird. Yeah. Okay. Tell me which size. This one or this one? The little one. Okay. All right. Yeah, I will get that cleaned off. It's been sitting in kind of suspicious water there, guys.
Corian said, "Oh my, the whole extended Duplessis family is intimidating. LOL, speaking from experience." Peggy, and we ain't afraid to do jail time.
Yes. Love it. After some of the experiences that Ainsley's had, we are what you call fiercely protective. Man, oh man, will you see my mama bear side come out, ladies? You might not think that I'm an intimidating person, but...
No, guys, he thought, because when he met my parents before I went, like on call, he thought that my mom was scarier than my dad. So, if that tells you anything. Okay, I'm just adding a drop and then we're going to spread
That's
it.
just because he hasn't met us in person.
Well, Dad was really quiet and you're over here asking all the questions.
Yeah. That's because your dad was choosing to, he didn't want to. He was like, I'll just let you do the hard work. I'll just chime in when I feel like it.
He also wasn't feeling good because he was just coming off of being sick and he's like, I have no idea what I said that entire time. He's like, my brain was not functioning very well.
Okay, so tell us what you're doing here and
So
why.
I'm just layering on our matte glaze and I'm spreading it over the top.
So if you want the same effect that Ainsley has in her finished project, she just is taking the antique clear matte glaze, right?
You can dry it.
Peggy says Dad should have been on a camera with a shotgun. When he meets him in person, all he needs to do is really just stand up. And that's enough to do it. It's funny. So sometimes, or a lot, when I'm on a tight shipping deadline for my shop, I will have my husband drop off the packages. And on whatever, I went into the post office the other day and I dropped him off and the guy's like, oh, does your husband usually drop off the packages? Is he a really super serious guy? I recognize the branding. I'm like, oh yeah, he does. It's funny because like when he's talking, he doesn't have a really super intimidating face, but like deadpan, I feel like we all do have like, we're more intimidating faces.
People always think I'm upset when I'm not emoting, and it's really annoying.
I know. I'm sorry. Corian says, my mom is the scarier of the two, but they're both easygoing and very, very welcoming. Yeah. I am too, as long as you're not messing, that you're not being, you know, a bad person. Okay.
You need to add water to that. That's.
I need to.
Well, you could do it right now before we forget.
I could do it. Maybe I'm not going to.
So now we have this guy finished. You can always add more layers. I also didn't mix it very well, so it would be a little bit cloudier if I did better about that. But that is that technique. Overall, really easy.
Okay, and again, Tuesday will be a deep dive into more gem colors. So that'll be a fun kind of creative session with you guys. All right, so we are swapping. I get to do my one easy, simple little tip thing today, which I just need a head pen.
Those are all?
Yeah, I was just looking for a solid brass one because that's what I used, but
There's not any.
okay, so hey guys. Alright, so we have these cute little drops. I wanted to do something fun here. And I thought that these frames were really perfect for dangling something in here. And so I made these really kind of cool
What are these?
art glassy looking drops. Oh, that came from in the tray. I just popped them out.
Kind of a cool technique
They
to
are.
use.
Wendy did one. She did a class like that once.
Really? That's
Yeah,
so
it's an
cool.
old master class. You can find it in the archive. If you guys haven't, can you move the camera over just a little bit and make it? There you go.
It's because you're sitting in the wrong spot.
Well, I'm just sitting where I like to be.
Well, the
but-
phone's in the way.
So anyway, I made these. Where's the little baggie of? I had some that I had created, some extras, and now I'm not seeing them here. Where did they go? Well, anyway, I guess you'll just have to see it finished.
No, there's
Yeah.
one right here.
Okay. Okay, perfect. This will give you a good idea of what they look like when they're not attached to the jewelry. So, and this is what we're going to be making. Really easy technique. Now in the kit and what I used were solid brass, and I think it just adds to the shine. I'm going to demonstrate with this natural brass one because that's what I got here. Or you know what, I could probably, let me just shine this up a little bit so you get a better idea. Don't come at me for my dirty fingernails, guys. Lots of paint happening all the time. It's always on there. And I always like preface that. I still get comments when I make a reel out of it. You guys forgive me though, right? Okay. Now, this is so easy. This is my quick tip of the day. So all we're going to do is take your head pin here and we're going to give a little bit of Loctite on it. You guys can do this right with your supplies if you have any of these little crystals. You can do it right away. And I'm just going to take a silicone brush and plop this on there. I'm going to let this dry for a couple seconds before we start working with it. Then all we need from this point is a little puddle of UV resin, which I'm going to put that kind of up here. Maybe I'll move this over a little bit. I want to have a little distance between where I'm working with my resin and where my light's going to be, because I'm going to be continuing to dip this in the pool. Now, I just need to make sure that this is not coming off, that it's fairly stable, which it is now. And then I have my UV light over here to the side. So all we're going to do is like dip this in. Let me see if I can get you a better view. I'm going to dip it in and let this drip down a little bit, and we're going to turn the light on and kind of spin it. So let me see if I can get this to get this on camera a little bit. So if you're sensitive at all, then you can wear gloves for this if you're sensitive to the lights. I'm just going to spin it, and that's going to and then we're going to dip over here again. Okay. So really probably just a couple times. We'll dip in and then spin. Really super easy. And then to get the rest of the cure, this is pretty well cured. Then I would just take like my little foam block here, put this in the side, and then cure it the rest of the way. We'll just put it under the light and let it sit there without holding it. And that's how we make these little drops. So I will swap back over here while that's curing. And then all I did, take this out of the way, is I'm going to take this one that I did and then just use our looper. Put this through. And then this is just lined up just a little bit above the resin. We don't want to crack it. And it's pretty small, so I just kind of bend it off, or shake it off. And then normally I would bend this back, but again, I'm just I want to make sure that I'm not going to crack this. So I will just straighten this little loop out. And that becomes our cute little drops, which then looks kind of like a little art glass, and it almost looks like it's got a cup on the top of it because of the way it's constructed. So those are our fun little drops that are in this dragonfly necklace. And there we go. I can probably go through this really quickly and show you guys the details of this. All I did for these, again, these were already antiqued black, so if you're getting these
Approximate
from the
size
loot,
of the flat back?
Do you want to just measure it?
I don't have it, but here's the
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a bunch. Here you go.
I'm not good at this.
Just, yeah. So, these guys, I just hammered flat and gave them a little bit of a antique feel that way.
Maybe 4
And then
millimeters.
I did these two, so about a 4 millimeter.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about a 4 millimeter flat back. And then I used two same colors that Ainsley's did the blue violet color shift and the lilac purple. And I just did like a very light pooling on top and then came back and sanded a little bit after it had dried. And then I did these same flat backs. I repeated them through the design in the dragonfly on each of the drops. Inside, it's basically the size of the top of this head pin. You could really kind of go crazy and really embellish it up. You could do them here as well. There's a lot of really great places to put them. But I think this will be fun. Like you could do a whole set of earrings that was just a bunch of these little drops with that flash in there. So that's that. We can swap back. Easy, right? Could you tell what it was that I made that out of? You thought it was a bead or something, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize. Okay. I'm going to invite Corey in. So bear with me for a second.
If you guys were wondering what we were talking about, Ainsley's like, what are these? So if you were here for class last week, this is what I left in my tray because I was using that tray when we were doing the large projects. I just popped these out. You go back in the masterclass library. Wendy did this cool, like Fordite kind of class a while back. That was fun. She used these. Oh, that is a cool combination. You're just playing around with these two together. I like those.
Okay. You fix the camera.
There we go.
Any interesting comments while I was situating that?
Hello.
There she is.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday.
It's
Just
3
kidding.
millimeters. I think you used the inch side.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it's a 3 millimeter crystal.
Can you fix
I
that
will.
on there?
I will.
Okay, I'm getting our names into this spinning wheel. I had 3 unclaimed gifts here. So one is the Wood Sons that Jean and Ains did a couple weeks ago, or I think maybe just Jean. And then we have this pendant that Ainsley created, and then this pendant as well that Ainsley created. So we have
Yeah, I think we
3
get a decent amount
ones.
of new watchers from Facebook, and they don't really know their not Facebook, sorry, YouTube. So I think if we enter anybody from YouTube, they have to comment that they're entering, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise
Yeah,
we'll run into that a lot.
We didn't have any from YouTube this time around.
Today.
Correct. All right, I have all of the names in here listed. Let's go for number 1. We'll do the Wood Sons first. 1, 2, 3. So is this boy a boyfriend?
Not yet.
All right, Carlene. We'll get the Wood Sons. I'm gonna write down your name here very quickly on the package. And while Ainsley and Jeanne were demoing today, I was creating stuff for next Wednesday. So it was nice having some inspiration as you guys were doing your thing. All right. Next up, spin, spin, spin. Lynn Goodwin. And we'll give her the heart. And then we will draw for the bird charm here in a
Oh, the
second.
heart is a really good one. I forgot I even
I
did
know.
that.
It was a really good one. And I'm super
Oh, that one
happy
didn't get
with
claimed before.
uh-uh. I know.
Some is
Um,
gets lucky.
they are. Good one. Okay. One more spin. Switch this around. Here we go. Peggy! Peggy got
Just
the
barely, too.
Which one
yeah.
did she
Peggy
win?
got the bird
The
charm.
bird. That I glued onto there. Resin that filled the back and glued onto the...
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yes. It is. It's a really good one. And it's so pretty. Like the way you painted the bird on here, I love it. So I'm going to get Peggy's name written down here. Amazing. Then this is what I was working on for Wednesday.
Ooh, I'm excited to see.
Ooh. I love that.
Yeah.
So mermaidy.
So I'll get a couple more. I'm thinking maybe calling this one Sea Lark or something. Depends on what my other designs come out to be, but be
Ooh, that is a
excited.
cool piece. That
I'm
must be
very
kind of
limited on
limited.
that. Uh-huh. That'll be in a
Yeah.
kit only.
Yeah.
Think I have maybe
Cool.
10 pieces of it max.
It's getting
It
to
might
be
be
that oceany season, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
guys, I'm changing my hair.
Oh, have you decided what it's going to be yet?
So,
What?
well, we don't know exactly what it's going to be because we don't know how the color remove is going to go.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to do, the goal is to do blonde with leaving some of the streaks so it's not all bleached at once, but eventually getting to blonde with a little bit of pink and a little bit of purple.
Ooh,
So,
like very mermaid then.
yes. So,
So
we're
like
leaning mermaid. So like Horian's
That's
like design,
exciting.
I'm like, yeah.
Do you need me to ship you some of this jewelry?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I'm
I'm
just
sure
saying,
you got
like,
plenty.
of
Oh,
course we do.
here you go, Ames. I have something that I'm shipping to you, and I think you're probably one of the only people that would love these. So I found them.
It's so specific.
Hold on. I found these, and there's several of each, but I'm shipping them with Jean's next shipment here.
I still
Oh
have to
my gosh, they're so cutesy.
Aren't those adorable?
Is this like Disney?
They're just little cat charms.
It looks like it. No, it looks like Aristocats.
It
You know,
does, kind of,
those might
actually.
be product that they are. Those
They're
are
Disney.
Aristocats. We were doing some sort of co-brand thing that
Yeah.
was going to be licensed. They didn't end up going into production. So we can't really sell them because they are actually Aristocats. But that
My
was
four
actually one of her
Ames.
favorite movies.
Yeah, I love that as a
I
kid.
loved
Yeah.
it too.
It's a cool movie, a little bit problematic when some of the cats are a little
Right.
stereotyped, but a lot of it's really good. Sometimes you look back on stuff and you're like, wow, yes, that's really in there, isn't it?
Right. Kind of like some of the
Ah.
SpongeBob episodes and things. You're like, oh, that's adult content.
My kids were allowed to watch SpongeBob, but in smaller doses. I'd be like, okay, that's enough episodes for now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we don't need you walking around like Patrick all the time, right?
Precisely.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm going to drop off here, but I will see you guys come Wednesday next week.
Yep, and I will make sure I get that announcement. But for those of you on the masterclass, see you on Tuesday.
Bye, Corey, and thank you.
Bye.
All right, guys, that should be everything for today. And we will see what we do next week. I don't even know yet, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be amazing as always, so don't forget to join Corey on Wednesday, like she just said. And don't forget to join us next Friday, same time as always, 12 Central. And we will see you then with more great stuff. Grab up these kits for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And if you haven't signed up for the loot, it's a better deal than the kits are. So
yes. Kits are a good deal. Also, though, remember you can earn points and use points on them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're needing some incentive to pull the trigger, remember the points factor.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ainsley's right. The loot is the very best deal out there. Like it is.